You say you're stuck. You say you're not sure what you want. You say that you're waiting for clarity. You say, I just feel off. But let me offer you something just a little bit deeper. You're not stuck. You're just addicted to default. Default is seductive. It looks like stability. It feels like completeness. It runs on muscle memory and momentum. But here's the thing about default. It doesn't care if you've outgrown it. It doesn't care if you're exhausted. It doesn't even care if you're dying inside, as long as the outputs look good on the outside. So it's time to get a little bit honest, folks. The business, it still runs. The clients, they still show up. And the calendar is still full. But you're fading. Your curiosity, it's muted. Your energy, it's thin. Your ambition, it's blunted. Not by failure, but by repetition. And yet you keep going. And why? Because it's easier to coast on a life that works than to confront the fact that it no longer fits. That's the trap of high-functioning drift. You're not failing, you're performing. And you've gotten so good at it that no one notices that you're not really there anymore. You're going through the motions of a life that you chose years ago, as if that version of you still exists. But here's the truth. The life you built, it might be real, but the you who chose it might not be here anymore. Let that land, folks. You're allowed to evolve. You're allowed to want something different. You are allowed to look at the machine that you built with pride, but still decide it's time for something new. Not betrayal, it's growth. But you keep avoiding that question. If you keep numbing it with busy work, reinvention on loops, or micro-optimizations, you're gonna stay stuck. Not because you don't know what to do, but because you are afraid to slow down for long enough to actually ask, what do I actually want now? Not what looks good, not what makes sense, not what everyone expects, but what you want. That's the question that most high performers run from. Because when you've built a whole identity around being clear, driven, and decisive, not knowing feels like weakness. But it's not weakness. It's honesty. And that's what this next season demands. You don't need another tactic. You need a pause. To exit default, to take your hands off the wheel, to remember that your life is not a business that you're obligated to scale. It's a living system to get you to reshape. And reshaping it means feeling things that you've possibly avoided. The boredom, the disappointment, the creeping sense that maybe what you built is done. The quiet desire to want something totally different now and not know what it is yet. Let me try saying something a little bit radical. You don't have to finish what you started. You don't have to keep saying yes to something just because you're good at it. You don't have to make sense to the version of you that made the original plan. You just have to be honest now. And that honesty, that's your freedom. Default is what got you here, but it can't take you where you actually want to go next. You don't need to burn it down. You just need to stop sleepwalking. Come back to the control panel. Come back to your actual preferences. Come back to your agency. Because nothing changes until you decide, I don't want to live in default anymore. This isn't about starting over. It's about choosing again from who you are now. And who are you now? Who are you now? I think who you are now is ready. Subscribe if you like this video.